I'm excited to be welcome on one of the top rising prospects in 2022, Shawn Jones Jr. What's going on today, bro?
Not as much. How your day been going?
Pretty good, man. Well, you obviously just came from an AAU game. You're back on the court. What does it feel like?
Good, fun, exciting, a lot of energy.
Absolutely. And you've obviously got to go back on the court after, and you've got pulled in a lot of offers recently. You have LSU, Houston, TCU, Rice, Tulsa, a couple other ones. What's the recruiting process looking like for you right now?
It's looking real good. It's been an interesting year so far. I'm just looking forward to more and continue to keep talking to the school that I'm talking to now. They really show a lot of interest right now, to be honest.
That's big time, man. You're part of 2022, which just now means it's been a few weeks that coaches can start calling you. What's it been like just starting to talk to a lot more coaches now?
It's been crazy. To be honest, I never seen it coming. It came real fast, and I was surprised by how they rolled in the first day. It was a whole bunch of people calling my phone, things like that. Very busy day.
What was the first call that came in for you?
The first call was probably Oral Roberts, but they never offered. Then it was LSU.
Okay. What time did they call you by? Was it like right at midnight?
Nah, LSU called me. Probably they called me in the middle of a workout. Well, after workout, like around like 11, 12.
Okay, for sure. And you still obviously have a long time to really start heavily getting into this recruiting process. But let's just talk about the schools you do have right now. One of them is LSU, probably one of the biggest, not the biggest school you have right now. What did it feel like to be able to get that offer?
It felt good. Like that. I watched them a couple games, but it really surprised me when they came through. I mean, I expected other colleges, but when I saw LSU, I was like, that's big time. That means a lot of people see something in me. So I was like, now I know my potential. Now I just got to keep working, things like that, to get bigger offers than that.
And you're more of an underrated guy. You have been blowing up offer wise. Your ranking's starting to go up a little bit. How high is your ceiling? What do you think you're capable of doing? And what do you think it's going to be like as you continue to prove people wrong and move up rankings to get more offers?
It's just gonna make people open their eyes. Really, like that's all I'm to prove everybody wrong, and that I'm one of the best in the nation.
And you've been able, as we talked about, back on the court. What did it feel like just the first time getting back on that court?
It's just like it was a lot of. I was just like, to be honest, running through my mind. It was like I just gotta play hard, play good effort, no matter if I'm not feeling it or not. It's still just gotta bring energy to my team and just go. And then I was like, I just gotta have fun with the game.
Mm-hmm. And so now you coming off a big time year this past season, just take us through the ups and downs of your past season.
School ball, it was very good. I mean, first game of the season, suffered an ankle injury. I was out for like four weeks. I missed a couple games, but I got back at it. First game back against Wagner, had a good game, 15 points. Game winning three to go into overtime. Then won that game. And ever since then, the season was just it was very fun. My teammates. I mean, as a sophomore, one of the only sophomores on my team, and starting and just playing with older guys. It was real fun. The downs was we got to when we lost games, when we went out of town to Dallas and places like that, losing games, it just taught us a lot and things like that we have a lot to improve on. Playoff wise, I feel like we did good in playoffs besides the fifth round, lose to Hightower. It was just one of those games. But we know we can't have moments like that.
And I can imagine you being the kind of high profile guy you're starting to become now. Some of the big prep schools, some of the big national scheduled teams are probably going to start reaching out to you. Someday down the line, either for your upcoming season or even senior year, is possibly transferring to one of those big schools something you'll consider?
Now I plan on staying with Coach President Shadow Creek and with my guys. I'm a like ride it out guy. Never switch up.
That's big time, man. So you got 2 more years left out here then. What's the stuff you want to accomplish and really be able to come away with before you graduate?
Be MVP of my district. I just want to come. Main goal is to just state championship is really all I'm worried about. I just play my role with the state championship is the biggest one. But it's just to get better as a player, make my teammates better, give my teammates to D1 offers and things like that. Not even if it's not D1, just get them an offer, so make them better, and then I can create for myself too, create for them. Just so.
And you're in Texas. That's a state that I personally obviously I think everyone should as a top three state, if not the best state in America. What's it like playing basketball out there?
A lot of people think Texas is straight football. To me, I think we're one of the states people just look over like they not that. But to me, I know we can. Some people say we have bad basketball. To me, if you come down here, it's gonna be tough. You're not just gonna just walk through us like any other school. But I like playing Texas a lot.
I mean, you look down the rankings on all sites, whatever they want to rank players at, there's inside the top 100, top 150, 200, whatever the site has, there's going to be 30, 40, 50 guys in that list from Texas. I mean, pretty much every night you're playing against an elite high major player. What's that like?
Like that. I don't see why people just keep overlooking that. Like we filling the rankings up. Players, we're not letting anybody down. That people see that ESPN, they see it, but at this point, it's just like all we can do is prove people wrong now.
Mm-hmm. And when you're a player and we see yourself starting to blow up now, but as I said, there's so much talent out there. How do you kind of work your way up the rankings? How do you kind of work your way and battle against others of the top players?
Just trying to let my coaches put me on that platform to play the best players, and then I just gotta. Main thing is to win the game and do what I have to do to win the game. It's not all about me just scoring out points. If I go out there and win a game, I did something to contribute to them winning the game, and that should show you that I'm a better player than them. Just put myself on that platform to play the best players and show out.
Absolutely. And who would you say are some of the favorite guys you got to go up against in the past year?
Definitely Bryce Griggs. That was my favorite one.
Mhm.
That's an all-time favorite game.
That's big time. And if you could put together some teams in all of Texas, who would you want to go up against?
Keontae George definitely. I would love to play him.
That's big time, man. Let's go back to your recruiting process a little bit. We did talk about LSU a little bit, but talking to Coach Will Wade now a little bit, I can imagine. What's he like?
He was a very energetic coach. He showed me wanted to get me down there as soon as the coronavirus, things like that. Wanted to get me down there, take a unofficial visit on the campus, show me how it was, things like that, meet me in person. It was just he was very energetic and he seemed like he really wanted me there.
And LSU is a school that has some stuff behind them. They've had FBI issues off the court in the past. When that's a thing with one of the programs you're looking at, what kind of goes through your mind when you see that?
I already pay attention to that. In the college, I'm just looking for if you're gonna make me comfortable. It's not about what's happening outside because that doesn't have anything to do with me. It's just are you gonna make me a better player?
No doubt, man. And I mean, we see the recruiting class that just brought in for 2020, 2021. They already have Jarrell Colbert, another Texas guy. When you see so many top-ranked players go there or transfer there, how much more appealing does that make a program?
Yeah, I feel like it's big time. To be honest, it's just showing that we have a lot of kids that can really play and they can make other schools better, things like that.
Do you have a relationship at all with Jarrell?
I played with Jarrell. I played against Jarrell a couple times. Played with him in
Mm-hmm.
camps.
That's big time. Another one is a hometown kind of place, or at least somewhere in Texas, and that's Houston. What do you like about them?
I like Houston, Coach Sampson. I talk to them a lot, a lot. I just love the program. They win. They love winning. It's all about winning around there. Coach Sampson, one of the most winning coaches ever. They expect a lot out of their players, things like that. That's one of my favorite schools just because of home city and because of how much love Coach Sampson and Coach Kellen Sampson showed to me.
How much of an impact will staying in Texas or somewhere close to home have on you?
I'm really 50-50 with everything, leaving and staying in Texas. Just a part of the recruiting process right now and see where I feel more comfortable at.
And let's go all the way back to your first offer. It's about a year ago, McNeese. What did it feel like to go get that call or at least find out that you got that offer?
When I got McNeese, it was in the middle of history class, and like I didn't even know it happened until I just saw a whole bunch on Twitter. Everybody was like, McNeese had offered Shawn Jones 2022, and then I looked, and a whole bunch. The coach texted me, they're like, "We'd like to give you an offer," and then I talked to him after school, and I was very excited because like I never saw it coming at all, and then it was just like, as a freshman, that's a big to me. To me, that was a big accomplishment. I was like, now I know I can get more than that.
Who was the first person you told after you got that offer?
My dad and my mom.
That's big time. A little bit after that was Tulsa. What do you like about them?
Tulsa is I like Tulsa energy. I talk to Coach Seals a lot, like almost. I talk to him at least 2-3 times a week, and it's just Tulsa. Just they love basketball down there out here, and the fan base is really good. Things like that. Energy. I like the energy down there. The coach is telling me about.
That's something you keep mentioning. I mean, you clearly like the coaches with a lot of energy. How attracting is it when you see a coach that just has a lot of high energy like that?
To me, energy is the main part because that's gonna make the game fun for me. I don't want a coach that's just boring, doesn't like to hype his players up, things like that. Like I want a coach that's gonna have the energy on the bench, energy outside of basketball, all that like that. It makes the world fun. It makes the world better, and nothing is negative.
Build me like your dream coach. What's some of the things you want to see? I mean, talk about energy, obviously, is a big thing. But do you like a coach that's maybe younger, a coach that has accomplished a lot? I mean, just build me your dream coach.
Coach that really just accomplished a lot. To be honest, that knows the game of basketball. That's just a good person all around. That's caring, makes you feel comfortable, things like that. That is just a winning coach.
That's big time. And TCU is another one that's in Texas, another big program, Power Five, Big 12 school. We like Coach Dixon, next coaching staff.
I haven't really. I was supposed to talk to Coach Dixon, but I talked to another coach. But they said that I was supposed to talk to Coach Dixon soon. But so far the coaching staff I talked to, I really liked it too. I had a quick conversation with them. After a practice, I had a quick conversation with them. It wasn't too bad.
Gotcha. And the last one of the offers you have right now on the table is Rice. What do you like about them?
I like Rice. I know it's a very good school for academics and things like that, and then it's just a good program all around, and then it's close to home also.
Mm-hmm.
But Rice is I like Rice a lot.
You have taken a visit to Texas A&M. What was that visit like?
It was very good. We went and seen practice. That's probably one of the most best atmosphere I've seen so far. Was at practice. Practice was just very hype. It looked fun. A lot of running around, a lot of talking, clapping, having fun. Coach was interacting with them also. And when somebody messed up, fix it real quick, no mistake. And then they took us to the football game when they played Mississippi. Took us there. It looked like it was sold out. It was loud. They took that dub that day. And it was just great atmosphere. I loved it down there. Probably one of the best visits I've been on so far.
Speaking of visits, we know a lot of them can't happen right now. When visits do start opening up, what's some of the schools you plan on taking some visits to?
Definitely LSU and TCU. LSU is one of my top right now. Take a visit there. It's automatic.
That's awesome, man. And we talk about other schools that have offered you at this point. Who's some of the schools that have yet to get the offer but have shown a lot of interest in you?
UTSA, Wichita State, and Texas Tech and Texas.
Okay. And some of those schools also are Big 12, some Power 5 schools. When you talk about having a Big 12, an ACC, SEC, whatever a Power 5 kind of conference is, how much more appealing does that make a school?
It just really, I don't really pay attention to all that. I'm paying attention to like, is your team a winning team? Of course, that's good though. Being on those conferences, of course, that's good. Competition wise, that's important. Competition wise is important, but just looking for if you're gonna make me better.
And someday you're going to start narrowing down that list to kind of really start narrowing in on what schools you really like. What's it going to take for a school to make your top 10, 12, 8, whatever that list ends up being?
Just keeping in contact, making sure me and the coaches have a good relationship, and that it's just a strong connection between us.
And once you find that core group that you really fall in love with all those schools, what's going to separate that one school from everyone else?
Just I love just energy and like the effort people put in. If your effort is just good enough that you really want me at your school and that you really want to win, that's where I'm going.
So basically saying whatever coach has the most energy you want.
Yes.
That's big time. And so, I mean, you have 2 more years, though. We talk about some of the awards you want to bring in. I can imagine McDonald's All-American, stuff like that's up there for you. What would you say would be the dream way of wrapping up the next 2 years of your high school career?
Dream way is invited to Jordan's Classic tournament, winning the state, and definitely McDonald's All-American and top 10 in my class.
Absolutely, man. My last thing before I let you go is you're going to want to build a legacy for yourself, both what you achieve on the court as well as what you do for your community back home and all. By the time you walk away from this game someday, what do you want that legacy to be?
That I'll just want to next generations. I just want them to follow footsteps and be better than what I am, and just always remember to give back. And there's always somebody behind you. Just keep working, never stop. Play hard, work hard, make sure everybody else is okay. Don't be selfish. It's okay to be selfish on the court and things like that, but off the court, you can help people out sometimes.
How'd you kind of learn that mindset, man? I know that's something that as an athlete you have to learn. How'd you kind of, when did you first start learning how to balance being selfish, being about you kind of on the court, but also off the court, kind of switching that?
Probably the eighth grade year, I was like, it's time like that I gotta separate myself from people, like that I have to really step up for myself, and then off the court I can be friendly off the court, things like that. But on the court, in between those lines, it's a war. It's about me and my team.
Without a doubt, man. Well, I'm definitely excited to see what guys got next for you, man. Keep doing your thing, bro, and I appreciate you taking time to come on, man.
Thank you, you too.
Of course, man. You're always welcome on, bro. God bless.